In this video, we'll cover the 7 best IBM certificates this year, and most people just talk about the Google certificates, but miss these insane opportunities. IBM certs are well renowned and have a lot of benefits associated with them, and they validate skills of your existing job and can help you get a lot of new in-demand, high-paying jobs in tech as well. But with so many options to choose from, which ones should you pick? I've done a deep dive into these programs and found the 7 best IBM certs in no particular order. The first one is the IBM Product Manager, and it's supposed to help you, become a product manager. And the course sets you up by providing the basics of product management, letting you get into a field that pays around $128K per year in the US. That is kind of the median range. Product managers can earn upwards of $200K if you're working at the absolute top companies. The certification contains 7 courses, and the last one being a practice exam and averaging around 16 hours per course. And by the end of the program, you'll be equipped to step into an entry-level product manager role with a solid foundation in product strategy, development, and lifecycle management. You will also get to work on some projects and build your portfolio. And by the time you will apply for a job, you'll have made many great portfolio projects that you can show. Now, one of the things you have to consider is the job market. And while recruiters are actively looking to hire product managers, the competition can also be pretty intense for this role, especially for beginners. They did create some specific resources like interview prep and other career support things, but you will have to put in the work to succeed. Overall, if you do want to work in this field in the long run, this course is worth considering. Next up, we have the IBM Project Manager Certificate. Considering the previous certificate, it's easy to kind of mix up product and project manager. And in essence, a project manager deals with managing and overseeing projects, whereas a product manager focuses on product development and release. So don't let the similar words kind of mix it up for you. Based on the current market trend, the demand for project managers is expected to bump up to nearly 88 million roles in 2027, worldwide of course. If we had 88 million in the US, that would be about a quarter of the population, but I guess at least the products would be really good. Now, while being a high-earning career, the role has the added benefit of requiring a human touch, so it's not going to be easy for AI to replace this anytime soon at least, since it involves many different and dynamic factors, and you have to deal with different stakeholders, clients, projects, and more, and all kind of manage it together. The average salary is around $96,000 per year, which is awesome. And to get a feel for the job, I think the IBM cert is a good option, because it's going to introduce you to all sorts of aspects of project management. And if you still like it after you take this course, then it's probably something for you. The 8 courses are designed to be completed in roughly 3 months, assuming you pace it at 10 hours per week. But at the same time, getting a project management role can take years due to the experience required in most of them. So depending on your qualifications, you'll likely have to start as an intern or assistant. Next up on the list, we have the IBM IT Support, which is among the best on Coursera. And it even has a better rating and more reviews than Microsoft's course. But first, why should you become an IT support? So although the US median salary is less than other courses we'll be discussing, landing at around $59,000 per year on average, it's still amongst the most in-demand jobs with over 300,000 jobs in the US alone. IT support is not a field where you have to gamble with your future, and there are plenty of opportunities available. Although the course itself is great, I would like to state that the top-rated course for IT support would be Google's option, which is called the Google IT Support Certification. But the Google certificate is also twice as long as the IBM, so if you're short on time, I would opt for the IBM certificate. At number 4, we have the IBM Cybersecurity Analyst. And this career is very much in demand, as responsibility of the role is towards monitoring, analyzing, and responding to security breaches and threats. You may believe that it must be a highly demanding role, which is true, but it's also a good option to get a certificate and kind of get gently introduced to the field. And because there are so many different subfields in cybersecurity and jobs that really people don't even know about, I think it's a great opportunity for you to be introduced to different areas of cybersecurity. And I almost forgot that the entry-level salary as a cybersecurity analyst is around $80,000 per year, but cyber offers some really steep salaries later. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts a 31% growth in the next 10 years, compared to a 4% growth on average. So getting an entry-level job or an entry-level path into a career like this might be a pretty good option for the future. The next certificate we have is the IBM Data Analyst Certificate. And in this first course, you'll dive into the fundamentals of data analytics, setting a solid foundation. And from there, the program takes you on through a journey of Python and other tools used by data analysts. And the thing I really like the most about this one is that it focuses entirely almost on Python. It's a highly in-demand skill, and many other courses don't go as deep into Python as this one. They're basically having you apply and work with Python in almost every course, and that's a huge advantage for your learning. The entry-level salary is around 60 to 70,000 per year, but you can make way more at senior levels as well. And with over 19,000 reviews and a 4.7 star rating, it's clear that this course is highly valued by its learners. And as a bonus, if you are considering getting a degree, you can actually earn up to 12 college credits from this certificate, because it's actually been verified by an official body, recognizing the value of this cert. And that could save you a lot of time and money in tuition fees if you do decide to get a degree in, for example, analytics later. Moving on to number 6, we have the IBM Data Science Certificate, which has over 72,000 reviews, the most on our list. A bit of confusion might arise for those who don't know the difference between all of the different data roles. So let me just briefly explain that a data analyst usually uses tools like Excel and SQL to analyze data that's already been collected to help businesses make smart decisions. On the other hand, a data scientist will often create complex models and predict what's going to happen in the future. But the role is very broad and you can do a lot of different things. But they need to know more technical stuff and more programming languages like more Python and machine learning techniques. And with a median pay of around 117,000 per year, it's a great field to break into. A friend of mine actually took this one while he was learning data science, and it created a solid base for him before he was able to kind of build up all the other tools and enter and succeed in this field. Now, most data science jobs will require a degree, and it's also a pretty competitive field already. There are some other alternatives to a degree, but just know that, if you're just expecting to get right into the field with zero experience, zero education after this one cert, I wouldn't really be super positive about that. Alright, next up is the IBM AI Developer Professional Certificate. And as AI and generative AI reshapes our world around us, the need for AI developers is skyrocketing. If you're looking to dive into this exciting field, this cert is a great tool in your arsenal, and it's going to help you do this in around 6 months with no prior experience needed. This one will focus on prompt engineering, software engineering, AI or kind of generative AI, HTML, Python, JavaScript, all through a series of hands-on labs and real-world projects. Now, it's not an easy field to break into, and you also need some other skills, so it's not really entirely a one certificate that you take. They are focusing on blending different skills, so depending on your previous experience, it's going to be harder or easier to actually leverage this course. And for beginners in coding, this course can be a bit overwhelming, but if you do have an idea of coding or ideally kind of a software engineering background, then this course would be perfect for you. Now, I also made another video covering the best Microsoft certs, and perhaps the Microsoft ones would be better for you, so you can check this video somewhere out on the screen, and I would love to see you over there. Thanks for watching.